city of Barcelona, wherever you turn, there is history on your doorstep as we get ready for the 5th race of the day. That's right, the 5th race of the day, race number 6 in Group B of the UniCredit Youth America's Cup. 2.5 minutes to count down. Now, what's going to go on with Yo-Yo Team Dutch Sail? Here's hoping they can get going. Want to see these young Dutch sailors do their thing, because we know they are quick, but I think quite openly time might have run out on them to make the semi-finals.
Yeah, after today, 3 teams going home. There's a lot at stake.
So fortunate we've got some absolutely beautiful conditions at the moment, and really showcasing, you know, what these AC40s can do. And, you know, an average speed around the track of over 30 knots in these conditions on a 40-footer is pretty cool. And certainly these teams not scared in holding the foot on the gas.
140 to gun, 250 under.
We are aware that Spain might have some problems now.
What's the course square for? 95.
Okay, so let's we've got about a minute and a half to go. Peter Lester, thoughts on this one?
Oh, big moment for the Australians. Massive down the hatch there. Oh, that's a monster nosedive in that manoeuvre. They're going to have to try and empty the cockpits. They've got a minute to do it and restart the boat here. That was a massive, massive moment there, nearly straight over the front there.
Just over a minute to go.
I think we must win here.
Well, they've lost all their gear and instrumentation there, so big moment for the Australians here. The other team's lining up for a start, so big job to do here, the Aussies.
That's all good. Question? Yeah, very good. Gonna get going here. Yeah.
Germany, the Netherlands heading back.
Gonna be pumped and through the line racing.
Good call on the Aussie boat to get across the line. They have 3 minutes to do it.
Minutes open. Okay, we komen hier zo voor een high kill. Ja, coming up here. Copy that. En dan gaan we in. Okay, hold angle here. Into kill midline. 26. Even langzamer. Duitsers zijn langzaam hier.
Massive speed build from the Swedish team out to the right of the course. The Canadians coming in, they'll have to tack to get through the line. Germany and the Dutch team looking pretty good, but Team Australia having to drain that cockpit. That'll be a ton of water in there. They'll have to exit before they get going. They will very much be behind off this start.
We will have a start in race 6, Group B of the UniCredit Youth America's Cup, but one of the hot teams is out for the moment.
Something from the right here, so going strong.
Apparently the Australians were doing something like 33 knots when that happened.
And 3 over still, Oscar.
Yeah.
That cockpit will be still chockers full of water.
And we're going to reach a good pressure here in 5.
This is an absolute big one. Rubber out of the water there, bang,
Whoa.
and gone. And that is a massive, massive stop. 33 knots to stop in about half a boat length.
That is a car crash. The sailors very well protected.
Yeah, the old goggle peeler, that'll get you. But they will be struggling to get around the racetrack in this race. But the Swedish team off the line well and sailing nicely, as are the Dutch, who need to have a couple of good races here.
Let's go and get down to Peter Lester. Peter.
2, 1. We're down.
That was exciting, and you could just see, you know, a moment's lapse of concentration, and whammo, the whole game changes yet again. But what doesn't change is the Swedish team, and they're probably not quite as fast, in my opinion, as the Australians in a straight line, but my word, their manoeuvres and their course awareness and management of the course and the opposition, in terms of the invited teams, they are the gold standard.
Well, we've had it all today, haven't we?
Certainly have.
The Australians have started, so if they do have to retire, they will get some points.
95 degrees. First updated.
Some great racing here, though, with the top 4 teams. And the Canadians not far out of the top 3 positions here, so...
The Australians are up and foiling. They have no wind gear, so they're absolutely sailing blind, but determined to get the points.
Well, so from our statistical people, Canada would actually need to win to finish ahead of Australia. So if Australia have started, if they need to retire, they'll get a point. But so it's really on the Canadians here.
Well, as we've seen, anything can happen, but the Swedish team sailing very cleanly at the moment. So that's how you attack an AC40 in bumpy water.
Like it's on rails. They're making it look easy, the Swedish team.
And in the background, you can see Sail Team Barcelona underway as well. So the full fleet is sailing in race 6, Group B, UniCredit Youth America's Cup on the waters of Barcelona.
Got the mark. Bullet here, 2-1. And trim to this angle. Way over target here. No lower than this. Eating out here, coming in hot. 20 away.
So for the first time in a number of races, it will be the Swedish Challenge leading the rest of the teams around at the top gate for the first time, completing leg 1 of 4. They will be followed in by Yayo Team Dutch Sail. Concord Pacific Racing from Canada are coming in. They will get through as well. They'll take an opposing mark, and just behind them will be AC Team Germany.
Want to get speed up?
Fine, you're clear.
Okay, we're bearing away now.
In fact, AC Team Germany have taken the lead on that mark rounding.
110.
120, 130. You've just got that one boat at 11 o'clock.
Copy. They're gonna have right away.
Copy.
Should we go early? I'm fine.
I think we're crossing.
Yep.
Yeah, sitting. Yep.
Steering is Georgia Lewin of the France.
main sheet.
Big wave.
Way off their main sheet targets there, Concord Pacific Racing, so Traveller up round their ears. Boats will be
Boundary?
exactly
How far?
right. Boats a little slow, that'll be the reason.
It's a big letdown, eh?
Yep.
Meanwhile, at the front of the fleet, it is the Swedish Challenge powered by Artemis Technology just racing away at this point in the race.
Battery at 13, we got to go.
Stand by.
Truly the now formed team of this group.
Good mode here. A little bit low here. Yes, lay line much safer now. More build before the dive here. Yeah, pressing. Good catch. 18 away. Now push it slight. Boundary 20, so. 3 slow here. Coming up. Next spot. Yeah, stand by.
Great comms,
3, 2,
Swedish
1,
team.
we're down. Big grip. 2, 1, we're up. And rolling down 1 extra. And I got you, you're good. 2, 1, and we're up. And
Lovely
rolling
and
now.
smooth, patient turns.
We're not that fast here, Oscar. Probably not sure about lay yet. Okay, good. Can always go left. Yeah. Probably not having lay. 34 is your target here. And on target.
They're coached by America's Cup winner Carl Langford from Australia.
Yeah, let's go left. Yeah.
Done a good
And
job.
Just push low though, as long as you got speed. On target. Coming low. Slower. Here we go. And no slower. 15 delay. Up in building before jab. Definitely wavy down here. Yeah. Keep it a bit fast.
Yeah, this is the danger zone, the bottom of the track, really wavy.
Stand by. Hold it a bit.
This is the best race we've seen Yayo Team Dutch Sail competing thus far, so big stall on the head of the jib there, the Dutch team, so all the teams needing to accurately trim the sail package on these AC40s.
3, 2, 1, turning up.
And Swedish Challenge around the gate, finished 2 legs, head on up, leading the fleet. It's all calm on board. The Swedish Challenge powered by Artemis Technologies.
Big one on the right in 20.
This is the race committee. We are moving the windward gate, shortening the course to 1 nautical mile.
Stand by. 25.
As we see, Yayo Team Dutch Sail, it might just be a case of what might have been. When you go back and look at the early races in this series, race 2 they finished 3rd, race 3 they finished 3rd. They didn't get involved in race 1, and of course, as we saw these other 2 races, they finished fifth in race 4, and that loss of not being able to race in the last race really cost them. But they get around to complete 2 legs of 4. Here comes Concord Pacific Racing. If they want to save themselves, they actually have to win the race.
Really slow, canting under.
Yo-Yo, Team Dutch Sail haven't had a huge amount of time in these boats, Shirley, and it just shows
80 true, 80 true. Come
that
up.
time on the boat is worth something. As we see the Swedish team extending away, but the Australians digging their way back into this race, so
Good pressure on the nose.
they'll be waiting for a little mistake from anyone in front of them to try and get back into get another point or two. On board there with Cole Tapper and Tom Needham getting ragdolled in the leeward cockpit there.
And do Team Australia. After that big stuff before the start, moved themselves into 4th position. Come back to stay in the top 3 as well and truly alive.
27 and waves here. 832 stone. And still here.
If you're Canada, you are hoping someone's going to make a mistake, and particularly Sweden, which could be a big ask. They've been absolutely on point and flawless all day.
Only one wobble away though from a big endo, and the Swedish team, I'm sure, have certainly been in that situation before, learning to sail these boats. They've spent the most time on the water, and they would have had their wobbles as well. They'll be hoping not to have any more themselves.
Let's go to Chase Zero, Peter Lester. Just quickly, changing weather conditions, Peter?
No, it hasn't changed too much. It's the sea state. It's all about the sea state. Ian Murray, the race officer, has just shortened the course up a little bit. So that means that the Swedish team now have only got one tacking into that top mark. And, you know, what's stepped them apart from everyone else is it's just how rock solid they are. Not only course management, especially handling the sea state with manoeuvres.
Thanks, Peters. The Swedish Challenge, powered by Artemis Technologies, once again showing the way for the rest of this Group B fleet. And they have one more leg to go to produce a dominant Saturday.
And that was a really rip it away, bear away. Really, really nicely done there. Straight down the course. Very, very confident manoeuvre there.
Sail Team Barcelona were going well, but they've had a moment.
Your side or my side? My side. Feels like I'm flying out. Yeah, no, see you, David.
Well, this is what happened to Spain. Let's have a look. Looks good for a while. Ugh. So crucial to get the timing right on those waves.
Yayo Team Dutch Sail in position 2. They get around the top mark. They're on the homeward leg.
Ja, zo één bakboordboot. Als we een snelle motor hebben, gaat het goed, denk ik.
Concord Pacific Racing from Canada coming in position 3. They will be ruining that 6th position back in race 4 when they were sitting in position 2, and with maybe a quarter of the course to go, they were lining up the finish line. And the jibe went to Custon. Boy, getting it around, taking it easy.
Turning down in 3, 2, 1, turning.
Concord Pacific Racing are on the homeward leg.
Oh, big moment there. That was Maxie's on the Trav, and I heard Max, and I'm like, here we go. And that was nearly an absolute down the gurgler moment for them, but they managed to survive. They'll need to get the boat back on the foils again, though, because the Australians are not far off this top gate, so big speed build here for the Canadians to get back in the race.
We're in protection,
Well,
but Andre,
again,
what are we
Concord
going to do?
Pacific Racing will have handed another team more vital points.
What's the
That
option?
team will be Andu Team Australia. They are around the gate, as you can see on the right-hand side of your screen.
Sweegs lined up for the finish line here, coming down in good shape.
So, to finish off a Saturday of racing, in race number 6 of Group B, they are the form horse in the field. The Swedish Challenge, powered by Artemis Technologies, will make it 4. That's right, 4 race wins in a row.
2, 1, 4 down. Keeping 2 more. An angle, keeping 2.
Well, I say practice makes perfect, and these guys have certainly had a near perfect day. Fantastic boat handling from Artemis Racing,
51.
powered by Artemis Technologies. As the Dutch team come down here, really learning quickly here, the Dutch. Some fantastic boat speed, Shirley, and really getting locked in and showing what they can do
Canada,
here.
you have boundary penalty, double boundary penalty.
In the meantime, it's the Smiles, and they'll be a big sigh of relief to get across the line. But Yago Team Dutch Sail banks 7 points. But is it enough?
1 down.
Canada,
Nice one, boys. All right,
And probably the news of the day is that the Australian team have actually dug their way back after that huge stuff before the start, and have actually managed to chip their way back into 3rd position. So one more manoeuvre needed for them to get through the finish line, to actually finish on the podium after that huge moment pre-start.
Yeah, with no wind gear, you can see it missing off the bow. Seat of the pants sailing.
Holding. Yep. Holding. Turning. Holding 2 out of this. Hold up in 2.
Jack Ferguson, no goggles. Tough old day there on the old eyeballs.
Tip would be good there, Cole.
Yeah, blown the lens out. That's how hard they went in earlier. So
Bigger side there.
that's why you wear goggles, but he'll be looking like he's
Oh, that's on the
spent a
mark.
day.
You got it.
Actually, I won't say what I was going to say.
Moving on.
Let's move on. Andu Team Australia, after a horror start, come home in position 3,
4 down.
pick up the 5 points, and all we can say is that'll do.
Right. Rotating up. Nice work, boys. That was P3. Great comeback, guys. Awesome. Holy dolly. Oh, we lost our wing gear. Bro, I had no lenses the entire race. I couldn't see
Apologies there from Andu Team Australia, but understandably just a little bit excited. Sailing the whole race without any wind gear, but they did the job, and that you know, you can tell by just the moment finishing, but doing it with what they didn't have, how stoked they are.
Yeah, the Canadians here. Big pressure now on the German team to execute their manoeuvre well here. Keep the pace on. Get those front sails nice and eased out of this manoeuvre. As you can see the full stall there initially out of those manoeuvres. That really loads the front of the boat and wants to rip the rudder out of the water. So not easy to sail in these conditions, but all the little pieces added together to keep the boat sailing well.
Well, you talk about consistency in the last 3 races for ACT Germany, and that will be a 3rd, 4th position in a row. Well done, AC Team Germany.
one coming up.
And Concord Pacific Racing. As we head towards the semi-finals, they'll be rowing just a couple of moves. When at one stage, early in today, they were sitting in 3rd position on the points table. They come home in 5th position, Concord Pacific Racing.
Can't hear you, sorry, what? Coming down and rounding up to 5.
It's a tough learning curve, isn't it? Really tough learning curve.
It goes from all being rosy to having a face full of dirt, sliding under the trees real quick in these conditions. So all the teams learning a lot and pushing the boats hard, but fantastic to see these teams that haven't had a lot of time in these boats, just a lot of time in the virtual world, actually getting it out and pushing these boats hard around the track. So fantastic to see. If you can sail these boats well, the bigger boats are a piece of cake.
So it's time for a familiar chat now on board the Swedish Challenge powered by Artemis Technologies. Oscar Enstrom, congratulations once again. 4 straight wins. Would you have thought that would be the case today looking at the weather?